Morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday morning's live stroll. Guys, I'll start off by saying to you, it is freezing this morning. It's 3 degrees. It was forecast. I had it on the barometer, so I was all prepared. Julie had to get all her plants in from the garden last night. It was absolutely crazy. Sort of almost the middle of May, and we're still getting these easing. It's supposed to be like this all week. Believe it. And by the weekend, they reckon it's going to be warming up again. We'll wait and see on that, won't we? But it just is. The days, that's the crazy thing. Today isn't supposed to be too good. It doesn't look too bad at the minute, to be fair. But my point to you is Saturday, like over 20 degrees. I went out in shorts and a t shirt. Yesterday, trackies, t shirt, and a hoodie, much like I am now. Was in the hot tub and got out, and it was so cold getting out of the hot tub yesterday. Just unreal. Absolutely unreal. Anyway, we live in England, so my moan. So, what's everybody up to today? Is it the normal routine, whatever that is for you? Work, school, leisure, whatever you're up to. For me, I think it's pretty much it's a normal work day. As normal as work days are. Sorry, I was just letting a smelly friend go. And then tonight, I think James has got. He's got football training tonight. It does feel like a bit of a waste of time, really, because the football season's done. And they got their end of season sort of awards on Wednesday, but it'll probably just be a muck around. Anyway, so that's tonight. Whether I'll go across there, I don't know. I'll see. I can always find things to do, tidying up at home and stuff like that, guys. I was thinking about maybe cycling to work today, but not when it's like this. And Mondays, I don't think are a ready day for doing it, really. With Julia going out after work most Mondays, so it's not ideal. Any more days. I might do it tomorrow. It's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, we are going over the fields this morning, as we do every morning. Now we've got this light. God, good girl. What an absolutely fantastic week it was for subscribers last week. If we had a week like that every week, we'd be laughing. 43 new subscribers last week. Absolutely fantastic. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, people like yourselves who do watch are people that help make the channel. So thank you for your continued support. It does mean a lot. I can't see us having too many weeks like that. If you'd be nice. I'm a realist as well. Okay, so as I say, we're heading over towards the playing fields where there's been a lot of grief over the last few weeks, and of course it always is like this when the nights are lighter. Although it doesn't seem to matter. Some of the pictures I've seen over the weekend about when some local kids are causing the grief. One thing they were doing over the weekend was running along the railway lines. You know, there's fast trains ploughing through there from Cambridge to King's Cross, and they're doing that. I mean, I just don't get the mentality. I mean, someone's put it really, really nicely, and it probably makes us sound old, but I'm not that old. I'm only 45. But if I'd have carried on like some of these kids carry on nowadays, my mum and dad would have just walloped me for a start, and I wouldn't have been going out for about a year. You know, it's just crazy. One thing I will say is, guys, that car that's always there, it's not there. It's moved finally. Maybe it was someone who was here on holiday. Who knows? Who cares? Yeah, but going back to the user, it's such a shame that they do what they do and they cause the damage that they cause. I wonder what we'll see this morning. I seem to be one of the first people that sort of sees the damage most mornings because of the ridiculous time that we're out. But it certainly is very worrying. Come on, Azra, let's go. There's a car coming. I think when we were out yesterday, if you joined me yesterday for the live, um, um, we saw a bike in the street. And of course, that was one of the photos that came out later on in the day. But honestly, I don't know what possesses them. I really don't. And it sounds like I'm moaning and being miserable. And this channel isn't about that. But it is a serious problem. I'm sure it's not just a serious problem here in our village or connecting villages. I'm sure it's a problem everywhere. But it needs to be addressed, doesn't it? Because this is not what we pay for inflated council tax money and all the other money that we pay for policing, especially policing in this matter. You know, how often do we ever see foot patrols now? And that's what I think residents are calling for, because what will happen eventually is that if the police don't police, the residents will police, and that would be even worse, because then there's no law, is there really? It's just almost martial law, which will not be good for some of these kids, I don't think. You know, a lot of people, like myself, have got restraint, but there are people that don't have restraint, and it could become quite nasty, I think, unfortunately. Anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. Kids get bored, they move on to the next problem, don't they? But I'll show you in a minute one thing that was being pointed out. If it is still there. Come on, keep going. Yeah, so they were pointing out this last night about the damage to this gate. Now, they can't definitely say that's the kids, but it certainly looks like it's malice, doesn't it? I don't think it's rotted. It's clean snap. Come on, Azra, unless you go to the loo. You can see how white it is over here, guys. I didn't actually check the cars as I came out, but I fear I might have a bit of frost on the cars this morning. Come on, Azra. Don't know if she went to the loo in the garden this morning. She was out there ages. No, she's going now. Right, get me trusty bag at the ready, guys. Azra, you stink. All right, onwards and upwards. Go on, lead on. Good girl. If you're just joining up, good morning, welcome. If you're new here, this is Azra leading the way. We're out pretty much every day, except Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our little other days where we do other content for the channel and stuff like that. So we're not live on Tuesdays and Thursdays anymore. Tomorrow I'm going to use it for the short content. I may, depending on the weather, try and do a vlog on Thursday. It'll be a little special one. I'm not going to tell you much about it at the minute, but it's one that's quite close to my heart at this time of the year. But I need to think about it, as to what to do. So just watch out for that one if you are interested. But lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully, just so you can see, there's the sun rising over there. So we've got lovely blue skies this morning, but we can't quite see the sun yet. Maybe when we get around the other side of the bigger field, as we cross back over the A10, we'll see it there. If not, we'll definitely see it in our magical place. And I'm not talking about Disneyland. I was watching a live last night of a couple we actually follow. We go to Orlando quite a lot. And it started off really well. And then they started talking about, it's not quite timeshares, but it's something like that. And you could just see the amount of people that were switching off. Because people just aren't interested. Oh, we've got another bike here. Oh, jeez. Seriously, what's going on? Yeah, it's as I said earlier, this is a real problem in the village at the minute. I don't know whether that one's actually been taken a picture of. I've got a picture of it. But it's a real issue at the minute, I'm afraid to say. I'll soon know, because there was another one in the little stream round here. Whether that's been fished out or not. No, that's still in there as well. Now I definitely know that was on there, but I'll take a picture of that as well. But look at this, guys. It was on there as well, on the live yesterday as well. It is such a shame. Kids, and it is kids because they've been seen. I just don't know what possesses them. This memorial bench yesterday, yesterday, this was turned over. I mean, I don't get it. I'm trying not to moan, guys, but it's just infuriating. I mean, it's a memorial bench to someone. I don't get it. I really don't get it. In fact, it's still not right. It's still been left as it was. I mean, geez. I know these all may seem petty to people watching, but it is infuriating when you live in a quiet village like we do. And some people say, well, that's half the problem, they haven't got anything to do. I get it. But unfortunately, they've probably got more to keep them entertained now than we ever did. All they need to do is look at their screen. Most kids now have a phone and Wi-Fi and internet. Anyway, right, let's carry on, Azra. That could be a whole different chat, that. Thank you for the like. Right, let's carry on. So we've come through the first and the second field. The first wooded area. We're now moving into the second and biggest wooded area on the Stroll. Go on, Azra. Yeah. Sometimes through here we're lucky. We might come across a sleepy deer, rabbits, squirrels, ducks, and then other times, probably like this morning, yeah, I built it up. Probably won't see anything. The deers are the ones because they literally just come out of the bush, out of nowhere. Because they get a little bit startled as well. How lucky are we to have such lovely countryside to walk through? Not everyone has this, guys. You never take it for granted. You really don't. I think we're going to see a little bit of sun in the distance over there. Here we go. Might not be brilliant. But that is the sun poking its head now over the top there. I'll show you it better when we go around to the other side. Right. So we're now going underneath the A10. This is a main road from London to Norfolk, Kingsley, Norfolk, I believe. Come on. Good girl. She's coming, guys. She's coming. Been a quite old morning for the lives this morning, as I said before. Never worries me. We're out anyway. Bring you guys along with me. The shorts seem to be the biggest draw at the minute for people, which is nice. Here comes Azra. Looks like we've got a goods train going through there. Don't know if that's going to be coming out. You might be able to see it. The other side of that row of trees. There it comes out the other side. Hopefully it's coming out. Looks like it is, actually. Wasn't a particularly long one, that one. I reckon 15 to 20 carriages. I've been stuck at the level crossing up the road when there's been one going through there. 40, 50 carriages. And believe you me, guys, you are there ages. Because what it does is it goes up to the next station, well, next but two, actually. And then it sort of stops at that station and reverses into the siding, which goes down towards, I believe, the old cement works. I believe that's what that one does. Although, quite ironically, there is no cement works anymore, so I don't know whether they still do that. It used to do it. Anyway. Certainly when I used to go into Cambridge every day, if you picked a wrong time, you'd get hit. Latterly, I did find another way to go, which avoided the level crossing, so it didn't matter. Well, on two separate occasions, I did get my car hit by a deer going that way. So, right, here we go. Here's the sun to show you it from here. What a stunning view that is. In fact, that could be a little. Go on, Azra, lead on. What I do, guys, is if I see something, certainly on a Monday, Wednesday off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when I'm doing the live, I've got my other phone with me and I will just snap things. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are really my content days now. But when you get something nice like that, snap away. So if you've been with me before, you'll know exactly where we're heading now. We're walking diagonally back across this field towards walking back across the A10 and then obviously back into Melbourne and beyond. It really is a beautiful walk, and it just helps so much when you come out in the mornings when you've got the light. The residential route that we found, of course, will have to be deployed again between November and April. But as I said many times before, never take for granted how blessed we are to have these lovely country routes. But you can only use them on sort of a Saturday or a Sunday during the winter months, and more probably even the Sunday because of the time I have to go out Saturday in most cases. It's horrible, isn't it? But anyway, you guys have been along with me for the ride through the dark mornings and now the light. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? So we're now coming up to the going over the A10. Now I can obviously hear traffic from here, but there is a tree, and I'm gonna, if I think about it and there's no traffic, I'll try and take a picture of it. And the reason I'm going to do that is because you have to crane yourself almost halfway into the road, you risk yourself getting hit, and kids don't have the savvy that an adult does at times, I don't think. Streetwiseness, especially these days. They seem to walk out in front of things. So definitely got a car coming from my right. So we'll just wait for that. Wait. So I'm just going to take, oh God. And they whip past, guys, as well. Right. Just going to take this, just so you can see how far onto the road you have to physically get. They could just do with trimming that back. Right, let's go. We're going to get a lovely sunrise now, guys. It's fully up now. What's the time now? 28 past. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what coming out on a lovely clear morning like this. Might be cold, might be crisp. But if you get that, all worth it. Right. You don't care whether it's windy. Well, you do actually, because you moan, and when you get home, you sulk when you're soaking wet. Even after we've dried you, you're still miserable. Come on. Probably can't see it up there, guys, but we have got the moon up there as well. There we go. Go on, Azra, let's lead on. It's still not great, guys, but I will just give you a quick update on the old Achilles as well. Doesn't feel that bad at the minute. It's still pulling. I can still feel it, but not as bad as it has been. And I reckon that's probably good 4 weeks actually since I did that. I'd have to look back on that. I know exactly when it happened. At what football game it happened at. I wasn't playing. Okay, down past the allotments as well. Sunrise there, and genuinely, I've absolutely no idea how it happened. And that's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, if you sort of turn your ankle over or stretch awkwardly, you think, "Yeah, okay, that's when it happened." But no, absolutely no idea. Anyway, it feels a little bit better. That's the main thing. So we are now heading back into the village. Apart from a little one more field where Azra normally finds a stick, we're pretty much done with the sort of scenic part of the stroll. Now back sort of the residential bit. I wish this on the other side of the road, because then you would avoid having to cross, but it is just what it is, and it does help to make the stroll over 2 miles long every morning. I haven't seen a little horse this week. I don't know where he or she is. Was there? So I pointed him out. I don't know where he is at the minute. Anyway, sure he's okay, or she's okay. Come on, lead on, Azra. Good girl. Come on, lead on. My exercise ring is closed. Excellent. I could really up that, to be honest with you guys, because before I even get home in the morning, it's done. Go on, Azra, lead on. Good girl. And I've got the whole rest of the day to go. And because of Her Majesty here, I have to come out every morning. I think, sounds horrible if you think about it, I think even when she's no longer, of which there's many, many years before that happens, hopefully, I still will come out and do the stroll. And the reason is, because it's very, very good exercise. I know on a wet and miserable morning you might think, oh God, really? But the amount of people you do see, there's one old boy that had a dog called Ben, and he unfortunately had to be put down last year. And I still see him walking around the village, and it's because he said to me, I still need to get my exercise. And fair dues to him. I think that's a very good way of looking at it. Don't have to have your dog to go for a walk, do you? A lot of people don't. So on the left-hand side coming up here, this is the fourth and final field. That's right, already looking for sticks. Good girl. Oh, you got a stick. You haven't got a stick. You got a stick. You haven't got a stick. You didn't bring it. Oh, that's daft, isn't it? I can't throw it. Come on. Oh, is this a good better one for? Not really, is it? Are you going to bring it? You are bringing it. And that geezer that we just saw, he didn't have his fluorescent jacket on this morning. But that is the one who I have tried and tried and tried to be polite to. And you just get zero back. So I don't even bother anymore. I've said that to you in a week. Probably makes me sound like a broken record, but when I see him, it just makes it even more brilliant. There we go. Sunrise through the trees there. Come on. Come on, Azra. Let's go. Azra, come on. No, I knew you'd get a splinter or something. Come on, lead on. If you weren't with me at the beginning, guys, 3 degrees this morning, and it's felt every bit of that when I came back. I am warming up now, but just as I go into sort of it is a northerly wind today. They're saying it is supposed to turn around tomorrow, so it'll be a bit warm tomorrow. But it's a northerly wind today. It does feel quite cold when you walk into the wind. So now going down here, when we get to the road, a bit further down on the left, we then go down towards the science park and work our way back round to the high road. What I'm not seeing now so much of, guys, small mercies, is people clearing up after their dogs and then just leaving it on the floor. You've done the hard work by clearing up after your dog. Why then leave the bag on the grass for someone else to pick up? I don't get it. There's enough bins around the village to get rid of it, even if you don't use your dog bin. So yeah, that is a tick for the village. You wait. I'll get to the little woodland between this road and the science park and the one in there, because the reason I thought about it is because it was always in there. I saw the majority of it. What we've been going now so far, coming at 35 minutes. It's not bad. 45 minutes to 50 minutes is normally how long we're out. So yeah, about right. Sweet. Go on, good girl. Don't worry about what's behind us, just go. Good girl. That's what your school report would say, wouldn't it, Azra, if you were at school? Easily distracted. My face, guys, feels absolutely freezing. Cannot tell you how nippy and how fresh it is this morning. Well, I have told you it's 3 degrees, but with this northerly wind as well, not that it's all the time, but when it does start blowing up, you feel it. So when we get to the corner here, just beyond those cars, we'll be going straight on into the little wooded area, then feed our way back into the science park, then back up towards the high road. Lovely stroll again. I think we'll make the most of it because they're saying tomorrow's all right, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is supposed to be wet, apparently. So whether we'll have wet play with Azra, who knows? We'll still be out, guys, whatever, so don't panic. You certainly do see a lot of our lovely village with this stroll that we do. And there's a whole other half that we saw some of when we were doing the sort of the darker strolls when we didn't have the lighter mornings. Maybe at some stage we'll do a daylight stroll doing that way. Maybe we'll do that Wednesday or Friday. Just so you can see the difference if you were one of my hardcore fans that were with me during the winter months. Because everywhere looks completely different during the day than it does at night. I think we can all agree on that. I just don't find it as nice. Unfortunately. Why would you want to do the residential bit if you just can have all the fields and everything far nicer? And here we are at the science park. This is also the scene of the Melbourne Fun Run yesterday. You sort of think a fun run is going to be on sort of during the morning, but I think it must have started around 9. And they were packing up at just gone half 10. So whether there weren't many people doing it, or they just sort of said, look, got to get it done in that hour. I don't know, but it just felt like it was over and done with before it really started. Anyway, I'm sure they all had a great time. Go on, Ezra, lead on. And if you have been with me during the week, and I've been talking to you about the ducklings in the pond to the right, unfortunately we were told the magpies got them. Which is really sad, I think, that nature is cruel like that at times. I know you can say, oh, it's evolution and all that sort of stuff, but really, I just think it's really sad. Anyway, we will look at the glorious sunrise from our magical place, which is just on the exit of this place, and then we'll start to wrap this one up, guys, I think. 40 minutes, done very, very well. And it's been a quiet morning, actually. No comments, so you've had to put up with me talking rubbish for the thick end of this stroll. Go on, Azra, lead on. I think the first bit was taken up with moaning about use and vandalism in the village, which probably no one was interested in. You can see the sun beaming, shafting along here. And this is our magical place. Wow, look at that. We'll have it better actually. There we go. See in all its glory. There we go. Beautiful. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Azra, you gonna say goodbye to your friends? Azra? Azra? No? Okay. Right. Have a lovely day, guys. Catch up Wednesday.